really the first major long course competition after Christmas. Of course, short course predominantly in the autumn period, and saw some fantastic short course swimming in the lead up to Christmas, culminating in the World Short Course Championships. But now it's all about 50-meter swimming, and it's going to be interesting to see how swimmers develop. So there is their lineup for the 4x200 freestyle, just the single heat in this. 5 teams will go. You can see there the lineup on the screen for you. Lanes 2 through to 6. I don't see any swimmers out on the deck yet, so it's going to be a little while, I think, before we get things underway. You can see the beautiful calm waters at the moment. It's not going to stay calm for long, though. Ards will be, I think, maybe the favourites in this women's relay. They hold the Irish club record that stands at 8:28. Their entry time is not as fast as that here, 8:44. And Sunday's well not very far behind them, 8:47. So you would expect them to be maybe the front runners in lanes 4 for Ards and lane 5 for Sunday's well, but you never know. Deventio, the English club, will go in lane 2. And they've not submitted an entry time, so they could be the surprise package here. Certainly a very strong programme in the Midlands of England. Still waiting patiently to see the swimmers come up. So just obviously a little bit of a delay before we get going now. So as I said, we follow the women's 4x200 with the same event for the men. Again, Ards sitting in the centre lane. There they've got a time of 7:56. The Irish club champions, record holders rather, are Bangor in that one, the local team. So we'll see what they can do. After that, when we move to the 400 IM, we'll have 2 heats going in that one. The fastest 2 heats, and then this will be a 3rd heat this afternoon. So watch out in that one for the European Junior Champion, Katie Shanahan from the city of Glasgow. She will be a good prospect here. Also, Loughborough's Lily Booker and Sheffield's Amber Keegan will be strong contenders as well for that one. Lily looked good in Sheffield last weekend at the British Universities Championships. She was a bronze medalist, so she could give Katie Shanahan a bit of a run for her money in that one. We then go to the 50 backstrokes. Conor Ferguson, the Irish junior record holder, is by far, certainly in terms of 50-metre events, the fastest. He's half a second faster than Liam White, the second fastest, the Swansea man. So Lance Conor Ferguson, you would think, would be the favourite there. Finalist in the European Championships last year. After that, the women's 50 backstroke and European record holder Kathleen Dawson. I think this is her first appearance since the Olympics. I may be wrong on that one, but I don't remember seeing her in the water. Set that European record in the semi-finals of the European Championships. So they couldn't quite go as fast in the final, had to settle for the silver medal in the end. Also got an interesting subplot. When we swam here 2 years ago, there was a tie between Kathleen Dawson and Danielle Hill. Danielle Hill, the Irish record holder. So it'd be interesting to have them with a rematch. And then Medi Harris as well was in cracking form in a 27.6 at Sheffield last weekend at the British Universities. Won that very comfortably indeed. So again, it'll be really interesting to see how that one works out. After that, 100 freestyle, and we've got some real big guns going in the men's team. Duncan Scott, Matt Richards, Tom Dean, Ed Mildred, all Olympians. Joe Litchfield as well, Jack McMillan and Jordan Sloan, the Bangor swimmers, leading the Irish challenge in that one. So that is going to be a cracking stuff. Followed by the women. Olympians again in this one. Fran Anderson, Lucy Hope and Danielle Hill. Second swim for her. She's the Irish record holder in the 100 freestyle. So we'll see what she can do. After that, we go to 200 butterfly. Ed Mildred will be back in the water for this one, but James Guy and Brodie Williams, you would think, would be the fancied ones here, two from the University of Bath. 155 to 156. Their teammate Jacob Peters also might be in the mix on that. So again, you would think it's going to be a Bath and Loughborough dominating that one. But we'll wait and see. And then the women's 200 butterfly following that. And Laura Stevens, Olympian, was just missed the final in the 200 fly. Emily Large, Alice Thomas, of course, very experienced. And she was an Olympic finalist in the 200 butterfly. Commonwealth champion, of course, back down in the Gold Coast in 2018. 100 breaststroke is next to go, and James Wilby might just get a challenge from Eoin Corby, the Limerick swimmer, who spaces himself now 59.99 for him, his entry time. But James Wilby, you would think, will have the advantage of that. We've also got the Irish record holder Dara Green going in that one. His Irish record 59.76. Be interesting to see if he or Owen or Shane Cook as well, who's swimming for Edinburgh University this weekend. And of course, very promising, exciting Irish talent. So see if any of them can get close to that Irish record. Then the 100 breaststroke women. No Mona McSharry, she's over in the States, but we've got Molly Renshaw, who was a European Championship finalist, and we've got Cara Hanlon, who was in fine form at British Universities last weekend. The sprint specialist Imogen Clark as well. Leading Irish swimmer in that one, Niamh Coyne, comes in with an entry time of 1:08, but she was about a second faster than that in the Irish trials in Dublin last year. So again, we'll watch out for her. Be a major surprise if she threatened Mona McSharry's Irish record, though. Then we go back to the relays, medley relay for the men and then for the women. And the 800 freestyle for the men. Fastest heat will go tonight, so we won't see the leading contenders this morning. And very much the leading contender, I would think, in that one will be Daniel Jervis of Swansea, though Kieran Bird and Luke Turley may not be too far away. And similarly with the 1500 freestyle, which will finish off the morning. And it's the second of the third heats there. And that will be what we've got today. I'm not quite sure why we're not swimming yet. Just obviously some technical issues that need to be resolved before we get the show on the road. See, very much a joint effort this meet, Swim Ireland and Swim Ulster, working together to bring this meet on, and it's fantastic for us to do this and to be here in Bangor. Just as an announcement coming through on the venue commentary, they're saying maybe it'll be a couple of minutes yet, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that whatever the issue is, it's not going to be delay us for too long. Of course, we can't do this without our trusty volunteers and the men and women in white as our technical officials, but also a strong band of people behind the scenes making sure everything works properly. Looks like we've got the swimmers just starting to come onto the deck now, so I don't think we're going to be far away. There you can see making their way to the blocks. As I said, 5 teams slated to go in this women's 4x200 freestyle relay. Just having a look and see whether we do have 5 teams there. I can see teams in 3, 4, 5 and 6. There's meant to be a team in 2. That was Daventio, but, well, are they here? Oh, yeah, I think that's them coming out now. So they'll come in. There they are, coming into your screen. So it looks like all 5 teams will be competing in this. So the final jumps and stretches. Just get yourself away. Just behind the banners on your left-hand side there is a swim down and training pool, 25-meter pool, so they can do their swim downs throughout or their preparations for their swim over there, out of the way of the competition pool. And it's also used as a marshalling point. So it looks like we're about to go, just waiting patiently for the referee's whistle, and we'll be handing over to the deck for race commentary. As I said, Andy Bree will be taking you through each of the races. I'm Duncan McKinnell, and I'll be filling in and anchoring as we go through. So again, clearly not just quite ready yet. No referee's whistle. There's various things going on the scoreboard to get things sorted. But given that they've got the swimmers out, hopefully it won't be too long. Looks like there's a test start going on. Just make sure all the electronics are working okay. You see there the starter just coming into the bottom of your screen there. As I said, we've got a great representation from across the British Isles at this meet. Pretty much the whole swimming world has descended on Bangor, or at least the British version of the whole swimming world. We've got a team from Scotland, a mixture of senior and junior swimmers. Similarly from Wales, we've got Loughborough and Bath both here. We've got the University of Swansea, of course, Performance Centre, but the whistle's going. So it looks like we are ready to go, and I'll hand you over to our race commentator, Andy Bree.
All right, here we go. We are underway. Day 1, session 1 here at the Dave McCullagh International Gala. We have a stack of talent traveling from all over the UK. The first event today, the women's 4x200 meter freestyle. Dervento in 2, Lauren in 3, Ards in 4, Sundays Well in 5, and then we have Ternier in 6. So opening 50, let's see who's leading out this first event. 30.81 to the feet for Ellie Donegan, representing Lauren. Looking pretty smooth there in the white cap as she takes us out. 4 lengths off the big pool. I must say, facility, the Aurora facility looking very sharp here with our sponsors along the pool side. Well branded for these next 3 days of fast swimming. So here we go. Sundays Well now taking the lead. 100 meters into the 4x2 opening leg, turning 104.23. Second place, Lauren on a 105.47. And then third to the feet, Dervento on a 105.75. So we have 2 relay heats, the 800 meter distance this morning, and then we transition into the women's 400 IM straight after this. But it's Sundays Well, lane 5 there in the center, taking this out 137.69. Dervento moved up to second to 140.27. Lauren still in the mix with a 141. As we approach the final 15 meters here for a race leader coming through. So there's your opening 200 meters, 2:11.68. Sundays Well hitting first, 2:14.0 for Dervento. Lauren still in third, 2:16.59.
inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops.
All right, 3:15.7. Nothing between the next two swimmers. 3:19.87 to 3:20.8. And Danielle Hill moved up for Lauren there on a 3:20.8. She's making some moves. She's moved up to second now, closing the gap on the race leading swimmer in lane number 5. So we'll see what happens here as we approach the last 50 meters. Second swimmer in the water, 2 to go. Turning around about a 3:50, 3:51. So all the technical issues sorted, display issues sorted, well underway now as we approach the halfway mark here in this 4x2 women's 800 freestyle relay. So nice little race development here now, halfway through 400 meters, just under the 4:30 mark for all these swimmers. Hill made a nice move there. Interesting to see that split. So it's still Sunday's well just in front. Ards in the mix, 4:26 to 4:27s. All right, getting closer, 4:57.3 to 4:58.0. Nothing in this now. Ellie falls in the water for Lauren. She's coming through on the 5-minute mark. Cervento have dropped back to 4th, 5:01.83. All right, 100 meters to go. 5:32.0. Arge second, 5:33.81. Lauren now moved up to third, 5:35.2. Where Devento right beside her. All right, nothing between these first two now. 6:40.98 to 6:41.0. Nice battle, lanes 4 and 5. As the last relay swimmer lands into the water. Watch out for Hill now in 3. She'll be making strong moves in this 200 freestyle. But race leaders, Sunday's well and Ards in 4 and 5. So it is still Sunday's well with 100 meters to go. Derventino have moved up. Nice battle now. Let's see if Hill can move through. She's got 75 to go.
Yes. Which one to give you now? Because there's so many people running over the one.
All right, last 25 now. Nice battle. Let's see if Hill can close it out. The Lawrence firm are no doubt about who's taking this 4x2, though, straight out the front. But look at the finish here, folks. About 7 meters out. Smashing that tempo. All first, they hit it on a 8:52.36. And Dervento hold on for second, 8:53.77. And then Ards close down to 8:59. With our final swimmer closing out this first event.
How will I know when to come in?
Because I should be able to give you a result here, hopefully I can't guarantee right now, but when it goes to result there.
Okay, swimmers, good job. Please clear the pool.
So we have a result there, and unfortunately we did have a disqualification in lane 6. But there you go, confirmed result, 8:52.36 Sunday's Wells. Derventio in second and Larn in third, 8:52, 8:53, 8:54. So a good, strong start in that one, and some twists and turns in it. But Sunday's Wells really had the upper hand pretty much throughout, and in the end they were just too good for the other teams. So we got the same coming up now for the men. Just waiting for the ladies to depart the scene, and the men will be out to join them. There's your lineup. 5 teams again. Fastest on paper are Ards. And here come the men now. So again, just checking that they're all here. It looks like they are going to their respective lanes. So interesting there, 8:52 was the Sunday's Well time against their entry time 8:44. You wouldn't expect particularly to be matching PBs at this early in the season. Of course, we'll be unrested for this meet, but just shows them where they're at. So individually, a couple of seconds maybe collectively away from best times. So that's pretty respectable in the 200 free. So 5 Irish teams in this one. The referee's whistle goes. Hand you back to Andy.
Okay, so men on the water now. Okay, that's Lawrence swimmer now taking it out. Nice opening 50, 27.76 to the feet. We're Ards in second on a 28.1. Cool Mind coming in third, 28.59. Okay, so here we go. So Ards now coming through. First 100 meters. I think that's Charlie Eatwell on the water. He's going to turn. Let's see what he goes out on. 58.30. Nice opening 100 for the two local clubs. It's a nice race here, both breathing to the right. So we'll see if we can mix it up here on the last 50. It's all Lauren and Ards as they move away from the rest of the field. Last turn now coming up. Let's see who's got this nice underwater. Breaking out at about 6-7 meters. So it's still Lauren now, double checking each other as they race this final length. We got Sligo over there in 6, coming in on 3rd, with Cool Mine in 4th. And the Sunday's Well swimmer closing out this field. All right, 3rd swimmer lined up. They're all in the blocks ready to go. Let's see, it's still Lauren in the mix. They're going to hit the wall first, 157.6. Eat Well coming through on a 158.21. Nothing between these two swimmers now. I think that's Matthew Hand in the water. And Lorcan Gorley for Lauren. So Cool Mine now moved up to 3rd. As Matthew Hand hits his first turn. 2:25.18 for Hand. Gorley on a 2:25.7. Nothing between those two. Lanes 3 and 4. Nice battle going on over in the corner there too. Lanes 5 and 6. So we'll see how the rest of this 200 shapes up for these gentlemen out front. 50 meters out of the halfway mark for these guys. Anti-racing going on for some of these swimmers in multiple events, so it's still Hand out in front, 2:56.12. Hand about a body length up on the rest. No signs of slowing down now as he approaches his final turn. Let's check in on his stroke rates on this final 50 meters. So it's still Hand, here we go. Hits that wall, pops up, let's say 6-7 meters. Oh, nice 6 up and away. He turned in a 3:28.13. Made a good stab at that third 50 there. Got about another 1.5 up. No signs of slowing down. Cruising through now for this first opening swim for the youngster. So here we go. Hand passing over. He touches in a 3:59.52. Still second, Lauren. It's been those two the whole way. We've got Ben Riddle in the water, representing Ards. So it's Ards. We've got Lauren. Cool Mine now moved up, looking pretty strong. Nice opening 25 for Ollie O'Brennan. But no doubt who's taking this first men's relay off the championship. So Riddle holding on to that 43 stroke rate, pretty comfortable. Let's see how he works on this third 50. Very strong opening 100. Riddle turns 4:56.57. So the Ards swim team approaching their final wall here on event number 2, women's 400 IM coming up. Some of you might have the old start sheet. There is another additional heat in that women's 400 IM. Riddle, no sign of slowing down. That stroke rate's actually going up. So he's 5:26 to the feet there. Closing out a very impressive 200. 25 to go now for Ards. The Ards swim team now being coached by Curtis Coulter, international freestyle specialist. One more to go now, sorry, here we go. So it's Adam Barnes in the water, Riddle to Barnes, 5:56 to round out his 200. 5:56.9. Lauren slowing up a little bit. The gap has closed between Lauren and Cool Mine now as we approach their final swimmers getting in. Cody Dunyan in the water for Ards. I think some of these okay, final 100 meters. Cody Dunyan taking that 6:53.8 to the feet. Go Cool Mine now a strong second. Lauren in the third. That's Balgos for Lauren. And we have Danny Morgan for Cool Mine on his final 100 meters now. Jargo turning 100 to go. Two more teams still in the mix, but no doubt about it as Dunyan pops up on his last wall. Pretty similar to Riddle there with that stroke rate 43-44s, tying up a little bit, but 15 meters to go for the Ards swimmer. Breathing every stroke now as he closes out this final 5 meters for the Ards swim team. 4x200 freestyle relay complete. Cody Dunyan 7:56.51. Ards take the win. It's going to be Cool Mine second and Lauren third. Those are going to be your top three for the men's relay this morning. All right, rest of the swimmers bring it in now. That's Lauren touching for that third place. And there might be a tiny battle going on to finish this 4x2. I think there is. As the final two swimmers complete event number 2. Good job, swimmers. So if we can please clear the pool. Women's 400 IM coming up next. We have one announcement from that race. Unfortunately, event number 2, heat number 2, lane number 6. We have a disqualification on that.
So the result confirmed there, and again, unfortunately, a disqualification, as Andy said, in lane 6. So I don't know what it is about lane 6. 2 races, 2 disqualifications. Let's hope that is not a trend that continues. Confirmation of the result on your screen there. Ours 7:56.51. So big win from them from Cole and Lawn. 8:17, 8:31, second and third. 7:56 was pretty impressive. That was right on their entry time. So pretty much those 4 swimming personal bests all the way through. So impressive stuff there from them.
Okay, first,
400 individual medley will be next up. We've got 3 heats altogether. The second and the third heats will be up here. I'm just not quite sure whether we've got the correct swimmers. Yes, I think we do. Looks like you could see Katie Shannon I was talking about earlier with that big G on her cap there. Will go in lane 4 as the fastest entry time of 4:42. And the pink cap beside her will be the Ard swimmer Kira Aitken. And on the other side, also from Ard's, Grace Davison. So they've got the 3 fastest entry times. over to Andy.
Okay, first individual event underway. Here we go. Women's 400 meters individual medley. What a great event. 2 lengths of each stroke. So we'll run through the list here in this opening heat. And like I said earlier, the start sheet you might have got earlier slightly revised. There's one more heat after this. So we have Jemison in 0, Bentley in 1, Hitchin in 2, Aiken in 3, Shanahan in 4, Davison in 5, Gow in 6, and Uri in 7. And we have Bailey in 8 and Bodie in 9. But it is lane number 4 taking this up very nicely out. Katie Shanahan. Hits the wall first, 1:05.35 for the opening 100-meter butterfly on that. We have Jamison second on a 1:08. And then Grace Davison, the only other swimmer under 1:10 as we transition into the backstroke. So here we go, approaching halfway now as the backstroke finishes out. We might see a little bit of a surge coming from lane number 5 here in this breaststroke. Watch out for Davison. We're hitting the wall now, 2:20.7 for Shanahan. So it's the Glasgow swimmer taking this well out here. Let's see if Davison can make a move here. She already has, actually, if you can look down. She's taking over Lucy Hitchin. And then a little bit of pressure beside her in lane number 6. That's Nuala Guy. Strong breaststroke too. That's your kind of first 4 leading this. Ciara Aiken in 3 looking pretty strong too. She's coming through her first 50 meters. But it's still Shanahan. Davison now moved up, 3:11. So there's about 7 seconds gap there. Don't think she's going to close that. Let's see if she can have a nice race here. As Gow now moves up, she can see her every time she breathes. To her left. Forward to the left, that is, not straight to the left. And then the rest of the field, Aiken moving through into about 4th if she can maintain. But 100 meters to go now in this 400 IM. Here we go. Lane 4 still way out in front, 3:45.12. Davison still holding on. I knew it would be a strong breaststroke leg, and it was. She touches on a 3:54.55 with Gow on a 3:56. I'd like to check Gow's split on that breaststroke as well. But Shanahan very strong now as she approaches her final wall. She'll be feeling a little bit of pain here, but looking very smooth as she takes out this morning swim. And first individual event of the championships, 4:19.63 for Katie. Davison's still there and actually increased her lead. She turns now 4:30.57. Gow in lane 6 is third, 4:34.38. 25 meters to go for the race leader. Let's see who we got coming in on 4th and 5th. Nice race, only a couple of seconds between them. Hitchin and Aiken. But no doubt about it, 5 meters to go now. Finishing up 400 IM. She wins this first heat, 4:52.17 for the Glasgow swimmer. Davison now coming through. She'll just be around 5:05.04. Almost hit the 3.5s there. Lane number 6 hits it third. That strong breaststroke 100 meters in that mix. She's a 5:10.57. And then Hitchin coming through on a 5:13. Kira Aiken finishes with a 5:18. And then we round out the rest of the field above the 5:20s. 400 IMers, heat 1 complete. Swimmers, if we can please leave the water now. Thank you very much. And we have one more heat coming up as the swimmers now arrive on the pool deck.
So a dominating performance there from the City of Glasgow's Katie Shanahan, 4:52.17 from the European Junior Champion. Very much her signature event, 400 IM, although she's pretty nifty at backstroke 200s and, of course, the 200 IM. Grace Davison was second, leading the Northern Irish pack, 5:05.04 for her. Nuala Gow from Geary in the northeast of Scotland. She takes third, 5:10.57 after a really good breaststroke leg from her. Keep an eye on that time. 5th place there, 5:18.69 from Kira Aiken, as that could decide who's getting into the final. Lineup there just showing 3 swimmers, and we are seeing there 3 swimmers. Back to Andy.
All right, heat 2 underway. It'll be nice to see these 3 swimmers race it out and compete throughout the whole event, but we'll soon see what's happening as we come through the opening 35 meters here. I'll catch up with you after. Opening 50, 30.64. Ashley McDonald, 30.94. And then Holly McGill on a 31.66. All right, lane 4 hits the wall first, 1:05.37 for Keegan, 1:06.66 for McDonald, and then a 1:08.29. Those are your 3. Same order, 142s out to 146. There's another between second and third, McGill and McDonald. Sheffield's from her way out in front. 25 to go for her on the backstroke. Nice stroke rate, keeping that tempo up pretty high. We'll check out the breaststroke here in about 15 minutes. Halfway through, here we go, breaststroke 2:18.53. McGill's moved up slightly, just under 3 seconds now from McDonald. She's at 2:23.7 to McDonald's 2:26.1. All pretty smooth breaststrokes here as we come through the third and grueling part of this 400 IM. So 3 minutes, 0.82. Well, the gap's closed a little bit, 3:07. There's always around a 6-7 gap there, coming backstroke into that breaststroke. So it's all pretty steady now. So just under 3:45 here. What's she going to hit? 3:43.69 with the 100 meters to go. So she will be well under that 5-minute mark. We'll just see where she lands on the overall list. We have 3:50 and then a 3:54, so the rest of the field's separated out. But no doubt about who's taking this one home. Sheffield's swimmer lane number 4 all the way has led from the start. Should be just under 4:20 here as we approach the final wall. Just about 4:19.43 to the feet. Strong freestyle opening 50 there in 5. McDonald, she's 4:26. And then 4:31.01 for McGill. 25 to go now before we switch over to the men. And she'll just be under 5 minutes here, maybe a 54, 52. 4:53.64 takes the second heat. Nice job, Amber. Lane number 5 coming in a strong second. It's Ilse McDonald on a 5:02.14. And then Holly McGill finishes her 400 IM on a 5:06.16. So good job, swimmers. If we can please clear the water. We're going to switch up events now. We're going to be starting from the other end of the pool. We have event 4 coming up. That is the men's 15 and over, so 50-meter backstroke.
That one, Amber Keegan, very
and we have
there,
3 of the fastest heats coming up. So we
we
will be seeing a stack of 26s, 25s, and some high tempos, 50 backstroke coming up next.
The Glaswegian and the Sheffield swimmer. We can't see anybody after those 2 heat swims really challenging them, but they will be head-to-head. Amber was faster most of the way through that, but then did she ease back or was she just tiring in the freestyle at the end, but ended up about a second and a half behind Katie Shanahan's time, but I think we're all set for a cracker there. So on to the first of our sprint events now. It's 50 backstroke for the men. We've got the 3 cycle seeded heats going this morning, so there'll be 3 heats of this one. Of course, the focus will be up at the other end of the pool, the scoreboard end of the pool.
Okay, so as the officials get the innovative backstroke.
That's showing the first of the 7 heats, but I think we should be starting with heat 5, and then the first 4 heats will come through in the afternoon session. We'll just wait for confirmation of that, but that's what I'm expecting to happen. Still don't have the swimmers up at the blocks yet, but let's give you a feel for what's coming up. So the fastest 3 will go in lane 4 in each of the 3 heats. It'll be Martin Walton occupying that spot in the first of them, followed by Swansea's Liam White, and then Larne's Connor Ferguson. Connor Ferguson, you'd think, would be the overall favourite in this one. Entry time, half a second faster than anybody else. Since Swim Ulster prominent there, and Swim Ireland, great cooperation between the 2 organisations to bring this event together. So we have a full field, should have, in this heat. Still don't see any swimmers up to the blocks yet, but the scoreboard here in the venue is now showing the swimmers for heat 5, and hopefully we can get that onto your screen anytime soon. As I said, Martin Walton, Jono Adam of Bath will be beside him in lane 5, and on the other side, a second Scot, Mark Ford. So, as I said, the Scots have brought over a mix of seniors and juniors. Mark is sort of moving into the senior ranks now. He represented Great Britain at the European Juniors last year. That's his last year as a junior, so he's in that sort of awkward period of moving through and having to battle with the big boys. So we'll see how he does. This will be his first long course competition in that position. So just a little bit of a hiatus here. Gives us a chance just to think back to that 400 medley. So in the first heat, that dominant swim from Katie Shanahan went down to 65. 75 for her backstroke and an 85 for her breaststroke. A bit less than that, actually, 84 maybe. And coming back on around about a 67 for the freestyle. Then Amber, pretty much identical on the fly, 65. Then was faster in the backstroke, around about a 73. Pretty much the same pacing on breaststroke, and then a little slower, 70 on the freestyle. But was she holding back in that freestyle? Or was she tiring? We'll find out this evening, I guess, because they will, I'm sure, be head-to-head in the Golden Lanes. Of course, we would expect to see some of those other swimmers in that final as well. Grace Davison mentioned was strong, and Nuala Gow was third in that first heat, so you'd expect both of them to be in the final. And then the two Scots, Ailsa MacDonald and Holly McGee, see whether their times will be fast enough. So the swimmers you could see there up on the far side, just getting themselves sorted. They'll have to move up to the other end of the pool before we get started. So just being held at the 100-meter start end. I'm guessing, well, let's just wait and see where they start. I'm assuming that they'll start at the scoreboard end, but maybe not. Yes, they are. They're being brought up now. So you should see them coming up. Here they are, escorted by one of our organisers to the scoreboard end of the pool. And that's where we'll see them go. So I mentioned Martin Walton, Jono Adam, Mark Ford, the three fastest. Got a number of youngsters. Bryden Byrne, just 15, will go in lane 1. Callum Peebles, the 16-year-old, will go in 0. And Rory Davis on the other side of the pool, the 17-year-old, will go in lane 9. You can see the full lineup there on the venue scoreboard. And reflecting nicely into the pool as well. So a reminder, this is heat 5 of the 7, and then the first 4 heats will go this afternoon. Over to Andy.
Okay, so fastest seated. These guys are going to be around 28, maybe 27. Someone might sneak in, but look at the white water after they get up and after it here, coming through. 11-point high on that first 25. Looking real good. That's lane number 4. That's Walton. cruising through with only a few meters to go. Look at that perfect head position. A little bit of pressure from lane number 5. That's Jojo, but anyone's win. 26-26. Here's me talking about 28. No chance. 26 all the way through in those center lanes. Adam on a 26-2, so 26-2, 26-3, and 26-9. Very, very close on that opening 50 meters backstroke. 2 more heats to go. Let's see what the next guys can get in. 26-26, fastest so far.
So confirmation there, Martin Walton taking that one, 26-26.
So heat 2, race referee.
So that might just be on the cuff for a place in the final. Of course, B final as well. Over to Andy. Heat 6.
All right, we should see another stack of 26s here. Who's up first? Look like lane number 5. That's Small, Joseph Small, Liam White in 4. These guys entered on 26-point high. But there's nothing between lane 4 and 5 as we come through. 5 meters now from the flags. It's going to be lane number 4. That's Liam White. He hits it on a 25.90. Nice work there, Liam. 26.17 for Joseph Small. And then Craig McNally rounding out your top 3 for Scotland on a 26.69. One more heat to go. And swimmers clear the pool when you're ready. Thank you.
So Liam White ducking under there, 26 seconds there, 25.9 for the Swansea man. So that sets the new challenge. One more heat to go. And we see
Heat 3 coming up. Over to you, race referee.
sub 26 here. Over to Andy.
So local man Ferguson in 4. Let's see what he can throw down. Nice break out. It was close. Lanes 4 and 5 very, very close. Still coming through 11 highs again. Nothing between these race leaders now. 4 and 5. Even lane number 3 there is in the mix too. That's Turner. But I think it's going to be Ferguson. It's either going to be Gibson or Ferguson on the hand. Let's see who gets it. Oh, that is close. Another few sub 26 swims there. 25.93. Scott Gibson hits the 50 back first, 25.97 for Ferguson, and then Harry Turner coming in on a 26.27. So those are your men, those are your 50 backstrokers. Women coming up next, same event. Please clear the pool, gentlemen. Thank you.
So cracking swim there, just 400ths between Scott Gibson and Connor Ferguson, 25.93 and 25.97. Remember, Liam White was 25.90 in heat number 6, so we're going to have 3 swimmers within 700ths of each other in the final, and so that is going to be really, really tight, I think. So over to the women now, and again we've got the fastest 3 heats. This time it's heats 3, 4 and 5. Ready to go.
Okay, heat 1 underway. Look out for Farrell and Neve Poutney there. The fastest 2 in. Sligo and Ards, 31-point mids. That's Hill out front. And all the way through for Lauren in lane number 4. Hill hits the wall, 29.38, a nice sub-30 swim there, the only one under. Saunders on a 30.58. And then we have Holly McGill on a 30.7. Those are your top 3.
So the Irish record holder Danielle Hill doing the business there, over a second clear of second place.
Clear the water.
Rachel
Thank you,
Saunders,
ladies.
29.38. So good stuff from her, and I think there'll
Next
probably
heat
be
coming up,
quite a
over to
bit
you,
more
race
to
referee.
come this evening from her. We'll be looking for something in the 28s, I'm sure. Rachel Saunders looking pretty strong there. Good second place from her to heat number 4.
Okay, so fastest in this heat, Maddie Harris. McDougall right beside her in 5. Nice breakout from Harris there in that green cap. Did you see that? She's coming through nicely, 12-point high on that. Oh, she's dominating this field here as we cruise through, 15 to go. Look at that for a swim. Very, very impressive. It's going to be a sub 30. She's going to hit the wall first. 28.25. Maddie Harris takes it. Second, 30.28 for McDougall, UCD swimmer, and then third, Cora Rooney representing Enniskillen, and she's on a 31.06.
Well, Maddie Harris really taking it out there, 28.25. I mentioned that she was on blistering form last weekend at the British Universities, which she won in a 27.69. So there's more to come again from her as well, I think. But even on that one, a second faster than Danielle Hill was in the previous heat. So Maddie Harris from Swansea really pushing it out hard there. It'd be very interesting to see how much she can take that down by. But to the final heat of the women's 50 backstroke.
Okay, final heat now of the women's 50 backstroke. Fastest in this, Kathleen Dawson. She's at 27.19. Not much between them, though. Those center lanes still coming through in a 13.0. And that is Dawson still in the lead in the black cap. A little bit of pressure coming from 5 of Golding. But no doubt about who's taking this one. She's 27 point on the sheet of paper. Let's see, 28.58. Nice morning swim. Second, 29.76 for Golding. And then Anna Green on a 29.93 for your top 3. Change of event now coming up next. It's all the backstroke done.
So Kathleen Dawson.
We got the men's 100-meter freestyle. Let me search some tunes here. Get ready for that. Swimmers, please clear the water.
3/10 faster. So, well, it looks like it might be those two going head-to-head tonight. Kathleen Dawson, as I said, European record holder at 27.19, set in the European Championships. Ended up with the silver medal there. So we're all set for some fantastic finals, and certainly that Dawson versus Harris versus Hill should be a good one in the 50 back. Men's 100 freestyle is up next, and if we thought we had some great swimmers in that backstroke, we've got some really good ones here. And again, we've got 3 heats here, heats 7, 8 and 9, so the first 6 heats will go this afternoon. And the headliner in this one is the Bath swimmer Ed Mildred, silver medalist in the European Juniors. David Cumberledge was impressive last weekend at British Universities. So we'll keep an eye on him, the Edinburgh University swimmer, who goes in lane 3, and then Jordan Sloan of Bangor in lane 5.
All right, and they are off, up and at it. Here we go. That's lane number 3, and a nice wee breakout, but nothing between these guys here in the center lane. So, like I said, we have a stack of 49, 50s, and 51s all the way through in this 100 free. But let's see who's going to take this opening 50 out. We got Sloan in 5, the local man from Bangor. Let's see what he's going to do. I think he's going to be first to the feet. It's Jordan Sloan, first to the feet, 24.82. We got Cumberledge in a 25.0. And then we have David Thompson from Ards in a 25.07 as well. So let's see, 25 to go for these 100 freestylers. Heat 1 in the water. It's getting exciting. Sloan breathing to his right. Cannot see the pressure from his left, but I think he's going to hold on. Will he go sub 50? No, not this morning, but later on he probably should. 51.34. Sloan holds on for the win, 51.34. Just Ed Mildred second on a 51.52, and then third, 51.73. Those are your top 3 first heat. 2 more heats to go. Thank you, gentlemen. Please clear the water.
So Jordan Sloan taking out strong there, and hitting some big names there.
Okay, heat 2 already lined up. Over to you, race referee.
Ed Mildred second, David Cumberledge third. They'll be both looking to progress through to the A final tonight.
Okay, we're not doing over the head top. Swimmers, you need to clear the water, please, real quick. Thank you. As heat 2 are lined up.
Some swimmers just taking their time leaving the water.
Gentlemen, please clear the pool. Thank you.
And eventually they're persuaded to leave their 100 freestyle exercise. See the line up there, Tom Dean, of course, Olympic gold medalist in the 200 freestyle. He goes in lane 4. Jack McMillan beside him in 5. Cameron Curl in 3.
All right, heat 2 is going to be good too. Real good. I can feel it. McMillan up nicely at about 14.8 meters. He's got the blue cap in 5. Right beside him, Tom Dean from Bath. It's going to be a great race. Look how smooth these 2 guys are out in front. Being pressured as well by lane number 3. That's Cameron Curl. So those are going to be your top 3 as we approach 50 meters to go. It's Tom Dean, 24.18. McMillan, 24.31. And then Curl on a 24.60. Cruise control now this morning. Here we go, 25 to go. It's still Dean. Dean and McMillan. Can McMillan take it now? McMillan swimming for Bangor here. His home pool, knows it inside out. But looking very comfortable for Mr. Tom Dean. He's going to take it. Lane number 4 just gets it, 50.33. McMillan in a 50.46. And then Cameron Curl holding on for a 51.23. Those are your top 3. Okay, 100-meter freestylers. Gentlemen, if you can please clear the water. Thank you. Heat 3 lining up, ready to go. That's it, swimmers. When you're ready, please clear the pool. Thank you.
Matt Richards in pole position there. 20-year-old from Bath, second in the British trials. No Duncan Scott. He was slated to go in this 100 freestyle, but he is sitting this one out. So the fastest time, 48.23, Matt Richards.
All right, final heat in and at it. Nice breakouts again for these guys. Any younger swimmers should be watching the speed and tempo that they go from the unders straight up. But let's check out lane number 7 over there. I think that's Lewis Fraser, not Laser. And he's having a good old race there. I think he's going to be hitting the wall first. Just maybe. Very close. 23.9. Daniel Jones coming through. That's Lewis Fraser still second, 23.9. Nothing between those two. But now we have Daniel Jones making moves at 25 to go. Breathing every stroke. He's got that big beard on him. Not slowing him down though. Lane 4 coming through. He's making moves. Nice tempo increase there as we close it out. It's going to be those two lanes, 3 and 4. Coming through, that's Jones and Richards. Nothing, oh, there, you're right, there's nothing between them. 50.31, equally as good as each other. And then in third, 51.19 by Mr. Joe Litchfield. Those are your top 3 with a joint finish there for the final 100 meters freestyle this morning. Well done, gentlemen. Catch your breath real quick and clear the pool. Thank you very much.
Hot nights coming. Keep the car running.
So transitioning nicely now into event number 7, we have the women's 14 and over 100 meter freestyle. Same format as the gentlemen. We have 3 of the fastest heats this morning.
In lane 5 beside her, had a fantastic season last year. And she'll be looking to continue that good work. Probably not her signature event under freestyle, but she's been part of freestyle relay teams for GB. So we'll see what she can do. But Danielle Hill is the Irish record holder, 55.33. She did that at the trials last year.
All right, heat 1 underway for the women's fastest qualifier in this first heat. On paper, 58.17, Welsh swimmer Jessica Dickinson. Beside her, Leander, Belfast swimmer Molly McCullagh, training out of the Bangor High Performance unit here under the watchful eye of Mr. Kevin Anderson. She's entered in a 58.25, but there's your opening 50, 27.05. Abby Wood taking that one out. 27.4 for Hill. And then we have Maya Sleven in lane number 6. So cruising through now, that's lane number 4 all the way through. Danielle Hill from Lorna in that distinguished black cap. Coach Peter Hill. Sorry, that's 5. That's Abby Wood. My apologies. 55.82. She wins that. Hill second on that. 57.09. And then coming in third, 57.43 from Maya Sleven. Those are your top 3. And
Abby Wood, that was very close to her entry time. Just a 10th away from it, 55.82. So she has set out a bit of a marker, and that was a surprisingly comfortable victory for her, I would say. But I'm sure that others may be keeping their powder dry for later on. As we see the swimmers coming out of the water, we're clearing the pool as part of the COVID protocols, just to give swimmers space in between each heat. So 2 more heats of this 100 freestyle to go. Lucy Hope, Candice Hall in the centre lanes in heat 6.
oh, we have a false start there from 2. But anyway, an updated start sheet by myself. I had a few names mixed up there on that last one. Sorry about that. Lucy Hope in 4, fastest in. Candice in 5. Candice Holm 5. Nice opening swim though from Tane Bruce in 3. And also over in lane number 8 having a nice opening 50. That's Erin Reardon. She's a 27.3, but it's Bruce on a 27.1. And a very strong closing now. We come through 75 meters in about 40 seconds. Let's see what we got. Still lane number 3. That's Tane Bruce. She's led from the start. And that bright suit, a little bit of pressure now coming through from Lucy Hope. But those are going to be your top 2 here as we finish stroke for stroke on the wall. Let's see who gets it. 56.23. Flip those numbers over, and then you've got a 56.32. Those are your first 2. 57.08 for Erin Reardon with one more heat to go. And free.
So unfortunately we did have a disqualification at the start there as Andy's caught, lane 2 disqualified, but a cracking contest between the 2 Scots, Tane Bruce and Lucy Hope, and Lucy just edging it at the end. Tane must have led that for about 99.5 meters, but right at the end Lucy just coming through. 56.23, so not as fast as Abby Wood in the previous heat, but again, we'd expect to see faster tonight. And we'd probably expect to see faster from these ladies. Already see Maddie Harris very strong in the backstroke. First appearance of Freya Anderson. 5th in the European Championships for Great Britain last summer. She goes in lane 4.
So it's Anderson taking right. Let's go. 26.61 to the feet. Local swimmer Camerson behind her, but she's in the 5th position now. Michelle Jones in the mix on a 27.45. And Harriet Jones still hold on for second, but no doubt about who's taking this home. Let's just check the big scoreboard. It's going to be about a 53, 54. Maybe just over 55-18. We'll take that Freya Anderson and Bob takes the final pace. Second, 56.92 for Harriet Jones. And then rounding out your top 3, it's a 56.94 for Maddie Harris. Those are your top 3. Change of event might coming up. And you can clear the water. Thank you.
So no doubt about that one. Freya Anderson completely dominating. 55.18. She'll be the fastest qualifier, barring a miracle this afternoon. The Bath swimmer, Harriet Jones from Cardiff. Good swim from her. In the end, just edging out local rival Maddie Harris of Swansea. Strong Welsh presence there. 3 of the top 4, with Rebecca Sutton in 4th, and top Irish swimmer Victoria Catherson. So we'll need to see whether that is good enough to make the A final. Of course, we've got B finals as well tonight, plus some age group events as well. So lots and lots to come this evening. And we move on now to 200 butterfly, going back to the men. And 3, 4 and 5 will go this morning. Jacob Peters, winner in the Swim England Winter Championships. Oh, but before that, looks like we've got a couple of extra swims going on here, and it's one man in lane 3, Dominic Bulls, and Lucy Hitchin going in lane 5. So I'm not quite sure what this is about, whether there's some mix-up with the seeding so that they missed their swim, so this gets them their chance. So you'd expect, of course, the man against the woman, that won't necessarily be a tight contest between them, but we'll never know. We'll wait and see.
So coming through there. First, he's in lane 3. So this isn't about the race, it's about the time. So let's see what they can do. Oh, he's looking pretty good there now as he approaches the flags. 4 strokes to go. Let's see what he's going to go. 27 high. 27.95 for Dominic. Nice swim. Lucy Hitchin coming in a 31.08. Those are your 2 backstroke re-swims on that 50 back. So men's 200 fly coming up next. Thank you, swimmers. If you can clear the water.
So 27.95.31.08 for the 2 of them. So they'll get slotted in to their respective positions in the 50 backstrokes, men and women. And now we do go to the 200 butterfly. At least I hope we do. That is your lineup for the first of the 3 heats. Heats 3, 4 and 5 going this morning. As I said, Jacob Peters has the fastest time, 1:57.16, and on paper that is around 3.5 seconds faster than anybody else. Edward Rednich from the University of Stirling in lane 5, and Jacob Greeno of Bath in 3. Then we've got a string of Irish swimmers, Finn McGeever of Limerick, Jack Nolan Whitney of Kilkenny, a couple of Kilkenny swimmers in fact, Connor Johnson as well, and then Sliger's Ronan Kilcoyne. From Lisburn, Adam Colgan, and Ben Moran of Alsager, and Kai Connolly of City of Glasgow also in the mix. So 1:57 Jacob Peters entry time here. Edward Rednich 2:01, Jacob Greeno 2:02.
All right, men's 200 fly in the water. Here we go, up and out and out, about 14 meters. That was a nice breakout swim. Jacob Peters representing Bath. So we got Rednick and Green now, lanes 3 and 4. These guys all looking pretty smooth here. Nothing really much between the top 4 as we approach the 50. Getting good feedback from some of our viewers live streaming. Said the pool looks good. A few technical hiccups, but nothing we can't handle. Here we go. So still out in front. I'm liking this race so far. Jacob Peters looking really controlled. All these guys getting in plenty of oxygen, with 2 more strong underwaters to go as we approach the 100-meter mark. Check out lane number 6, though. It's Finn McGeever, trains out of Limerick. He's coming through quite nicely. He's up in 3rd, 59.55. Only 2 more swimmers under the minute, 59.47 for Peters. And then Greenoy on a 59.5. The rest of the field stacked up just over the minute, all the way up to about 1:04. So here we go. Oh, the pain. I can feel the pain. I'm standing on the pool deck. But look at McGeever coming through. So the Irish swimmer's just in front. I'm talking like maybe half an arm. Just about. It's going to be anyone's race. So it's Green now. Jacob, he hits it on a 1:31.78. McGeever on a 1:31.84. And then we have Edward Rednick on a 1:32.67. Ooh, 25 meters to go in a 200 butterfly. Oh, I can feel the pin. Here we go. McGeever still in the mix. Be anyone's race now, stroke for stroke. I think the young Bathman might just hold on. He does. 2:04.31. Sorry, McGeever gets it 2:04.31. 3 100s up on the 2:04.34. And then Reddick held on for third on a 2:05.55. Opening 200 butterfly. Nice work, gentlemen. So we've got heat 2. If we can clear the water, please. Swimmers, thank you. Heat 2 primed and ready to go. Okay, fellas, let's go. Clear the pool, thank you. Right, third time lucky. Clear the pool. Thank you.
Nope, so he was definitely not on his top game today. So we'll wait and see on that. That would be a little bit of a surprise if he doesn't make it into the A final. 2 heats to go. And watch out for Brodie Williams, the fastest one in this heat 4.
Okay, heat 2 in the water. First up and at it. That's lane number 3. That's Freddie Clampett. He had a nice breakout there at about 13 meters. Black cap. Now he's being pushed already as we approach 35 meters. That's Brodie Williams in 4. Williams entered in a 1:56.26. The only guy in this field with a with a sub 2 minutes entry. The 23-year-old from Bath. So he hits the wall first on a 27.57. Second, 27.76 with Rhys Edwards. And then in third, 27.87. That's Cole Hewitt in lane number 6. Those are your top 3. Okay, pretty controlled stroke rates there, about mid-40s, 45, 46 for those guys. Halfway through, 58.85 for Edwards, 59.24 for Williams. And then Hewitt still in the mix on a 59. Only 3 swimmers under the minute halfway through. And this is the hard part now with about 25 to go for that final wall. You have to be able to turn, maintain that speed and bring it home. As you can see, all these butterflyers breathing every stroke. But no doubt about who's taking this one. He's about a body length up. He's 130.95 for Edwards. Williams in second, 132. And Hewitt in third on a 132 as well. Nothing between second, third, fourth, and even fifth. Don't rule out number 2. That's Oliver Trent, or Trent Oliver. But all the way through, 15 meters to go. Lane number 5, powerful swimming. We have one more heat to go. And then we'll have our final list for tonight. But no doubt about how he's taking this one. Lane number 5, Rhys Edwards, 2:03.22. Pretty controlled. Williams entered on that sub 2, but he goes 2:06. And then Oliver Trent on a 2:08.
So good strong swim from Rhys Edwards there, 2:03.22. About a second faster than the previous heat. Swansea swimmers look on good form this morning. So that was a fine swim there from Rhys. Brodie Williams in second, another Welshman, and Tony Joe Trent Oliver in third. And that's the lineup for the final heat. James Guy of Bath will go in lane 4. Over to Andy.
Okay, final 200 fly now in the mix. They're up and away. We have James Guy in 4, Hutchison in 5, Bertoli in 3. Those are your fastest 3 on paper here as we approach 50 meters. No doubt about who's taking this one. Mr. James Guy, 26.27. Very controlled first 50, looking really, really smooth. Then we have a 27.5 from McAvini. And then Rodriguez on a 27.64. But it's James Guy. Just makes it look easy. Cruising out in front. 15 to go now to the halfway mark. James entered on a 155.26. He turns now 57.17. Nothing between the rest of the guys. McAvini 59, not 29, 59.38. Rodriguez right there, 59.6. So all these guys should be around pretty similar swims compared to the first 2 heats. But it's James Guy, stroke for stroke, taking away out here now. Approaching the wall, he should be definitely sub 130. With the intention of bringing it home probably around about a 30-31. James Guy, 129.50, 0.5 under that nice barrier. Who's second? 132.21 for Rodriguez. Hutchison, 133.21. And then right beside him, McAvini's dropped back down to a 133.3. James Guy, though, 25 meters to go. No sign of tying up. Maybe just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. So Rodriguez from Wales. He's having a strong last 50. I like the look of that. So like I said, Guy entered in 155. A little bit off that this morning, but pretty controlled now. Lane number 4 wins it. 2:02.95, James Guy. Rodriguez came home strong there on a 2:05.11. And then in third, we have Hutchison. So it's a pretty similar format of the whole race as the rest of the field finish off now. So that's your men's 200 fly done and dusted. Good job, gentlemen. If we can please clear the pool when you're ready. Thank you.
So James Guy looking very controlled there, taking that one pretty comfortably from Antonio Rodriguez and Charlie Hutchison. 2:02.95. Looked like he's back in that last 50 as well. What's the story with James? Gave up his chance to swim this individual 200 fly event for the 4x200 freestyle course, and it paid off royally with that brilliant gold medal for Great Britain. So he'll be showing us tonight what he can do on what is one of probably his core event, 200 butterfly. So we stayed with 200 butterfly. Over to the women. These are heats 2, 3, and 4. Holly Hibbett will go in lane 4 in this second heat. Hetty Damassa of Repton in 3. And Megan Allison on the other side from Swansea. Holly Hibbett. Probably not her core event. Probably mainly know her as a middle distance freestyler. Has an entry time of 2:11. Bath swimmer. So we'll see how she progresses here.
All right, heat 1 underway. Event number 9, women's 13 over 200 fly. Let's go. We got Spence, McCarty, Cox, Demiasa, Hibbot, Allison, Bailey, Bunimovic, and Coyle and Becker. So we should have a nice range of swimmers here, anywhere from low 220s all the way up to about a 230 mid. We'll see who's taking this first 50 out. Looks like the center lanes from here. Lane number 4, that's Holly Hibbett from Bath. She turns in a 30.02. Looking very smooth doing it. And lane number 6 is second. That's Bailey representing Scotland. She's a 30.6. But like swimming and all the different events, you can see the different styles there. Lane number 4, Hibbett, with a slightly higher recovery. breathing every stroke. I can't blame her. I'd be breathing twice every stroke if I could in a 200 fly. But here we go. Lane number 4 taking it out. She's going to be about a 104. 103.83, just under. Nicely done. 105.7 for Bailey second. And then Deme Asa on a 106.85 to round out your top 3. But race leader in that white cap, lane number 4. The Bass swimmer cruising through now. She's got 75 meters to go. All right, 5 meters out, probably 137, 138 here. Final wall, 138.22. Holly Hibbett holds on tight. Lane number 6 still in the mix. Bailey, nothing between them though. Bailey, Megan Allison now in 5 has come through with the green cap. But no doubt about who's taking this one now with 25 to go. So the rest of the field falling back. 5 meters to go now. Hibbett hits the wall in a 2. Let's see, what, 2:12? Yeah, nice morning swim. 2:12.46. Good job, Holly. And lane number 6 holding on. That's Bailey. She's going to be about a 2:2, just under 2:19. And then Allison on a 2:21. Deme Asa on a 2:22. Nice range. Heat number 2 lining up as the rest of the swimmers just finish. So those are your 10 opening heat number 1 swimmers. Over to you, race referee. And swimmers, sorry, could you please clear the pool when you're ready? Thank you. Thank you, swimmers. Heat number 2. Over to you, race referee. Just as the rest of them clear out.
Holding off a strong finish from Megan Allison. So she settles for 3rd. Not sure settles is the right word, but that's what she got. Emily Large will occupy lane 4 in this next heat. European Championships semi-finalist. Winner in the Swim England Winter Championships. 21-year-old from Bath.
All right, heat 2 in the water. Hodgins 0, Quigley 1, Burns Atkin 2, Donegan 3, Large 4, King 5, Pritchard 6, Mead 7, Kelly 8, and Bailey 9. Those are your full pool attendance, heat number 2. Here we go. So, again, lanes 4 and 5. All these times are entered from previous competitions, obviously, and then they shape up the lineup for the morning swims. Taking it out just over that 30-second barrier, 30.05, only about just over half a second up now. So we got Large and King in the middle mix. So those are your 2 center yellow lanes. Taking this one out, still over there in lane number 6, Pritchard. Holding on for about 3rd. Nothing between 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So the rest of the field approach 100 meters. 104.06 for Emily Large from Bath. Scottish swimmer Jennifer King 2nd on a 105.03. And then we got Chloe Pritchard on a 107.91. With a stack of the swimmers up around the 110 area. So here we go, 75 meters just about to go. No sign of slowing down that black cap. Here we go. Lane number 4 all the way through. Should be about a 2:37, 2:38. She is 1:38, 1:38.75. Jennifer King very, very close though, 1:40.02. Butterfly that stroke that you can see exactly who's in front if you are behind. Those 2 taking this all the way through. Pritchard still there, a 3rd. Hodgson's from Scotland moving up into 4th, but 15 meters to go. And one more heat to go. Should easily say a sub 2:15 swim here. Lane number 4 hits the wall, 2:14.09. Lane number 5, that's Jennifer King, 2:16. And then does Pritchard hold on in 6? I think she does. She does. So it's Pritchard, Chloe Pritchard, 2:24.49. Those are your top 3 with one more heat to go. That's all the swimmers finished. If we can please clear the water, swimmers. Thank you.
In the previous heat, good swim from Jennifer King. Scott, 2:16.08 in second, and then quite a gap. Chloe Pritchard, 2:24.49. We have to wait and see, I think, whether that's good enough to get into the A final. One more heat to go in this women's 200 butterfly. Laura Stevens of Loughborough, Olympian for GB, European Championship finalist, will have lane 4. She's going in the traditional black cap of Loughborough. Just summarising the result there for you. See the full lineup and the disqualification from Elle Donegan. Unfortunately, we've seen a few disqualifications this morning. Hopefully we'll not get too many through the course of these 3 days. I think the land swimmer clearly falling foul of the officials that time. So as I said, Laura Stevens will go in lane 4 in this next heat. There she is on the lineup with Kira Schlossner of Edinburgh University and Ashley Bailey of City of Sheffield either side of her.
Okay, so final heat now in the water women's event 13 to fly. So we have a sub 2:10 swimmer, Loughborough swimmer Laura Stevens. She's entered in a 2:07.04. And then we branch out Schlosskan on a 2:11.9 and Bailey on a 2:17. Let's see the opening 50, 29.94. Schlosskan, I think I'm saying that right, 29.94, 30.2, second Stevens, and then third, just over that 30-second barrier, we have Ashley Bailey. Nothing between these first two, though. As we approach halfway, they'll just be over that minute barrier. About a 1:02, 1:03. 1:03.97s for Stevens. She's moved into first, 1:04.2 for second, and then Bailey still in third on a 1:06 as the rest of the field branch out to 8s, 9s, and even a few 1:11s there on the outside lanes. But here we go, 75 meters to go. Nice race, Stevens and Schlossen in 4 and 5. $137.94, 138.21, nothing in a 2-fly race. This is nice. 35 meters to go now. What's going to happen here? Who wants it? Yeah, I think that tempo is right there for Stevens. She might just hold on unless that feeling of a grand piano on your back has just landed on it on a 2-fly last 10 meters. But here we go, lane number 4 wins it. Stevens on a 2:12.34. Kira Schlossen on a 2:12.75. And then Bailey, she was third all the way through that race. She finishes on a 2:17 as the rest of the field round out on this 200 butterfly. So a few smiles there, that's good. That's your 10 swimmers. Nice work. if we can please clear the pool, thank you. So we have one disqualification.
34, and just by a tenth or so, that makes her the fastest qualifier for the A final tonight. Great swim from Kira Schlossen, 2:12.75, within a second of her entry time. Ashley Bailey, I think 2:17.47 should be good enough for a place in the A final. Find out that soon enough. Hannah O'Shea of Dolphin, well, we'll need to wait and see for her. Going to be on the cusp. We saw that 2:24 from Chloe Pritchard in the previous heat. On to breaststroke now. And then she'll line up for heat number 4. Archie Goodburn at Edinburgh University, James McFadden of Loughborough. Archie just moved from Loughborough to Edinburgh, so they'll know each other well. And Euron Davis of Wales in lane 3, and Jack McMillan going in lane 2 for Bangor with the local knowledge. So 61, the fastest entry time from Archie. 62 from James.
All right, it's breaststroke time in Bangor. Here we go. First up there, that was lane number 4, Goodburn. He was first up. Good distance off his dive and underwater pullouts. Obviously, you're now allowed that one butterfly kick, no more. So looking pretty good. So this opening heat, and these guys all kind of stacked up. We have a 101.01 by Archie Goodburn. That's his entry time. McFadden on a 102, and then we branch out to 4s and 5s. But they're taking it out, 29.4, it's nice, 29.7 second. And then Davies there on a 29.91. Those are your top 3. I'm going to walk with them here. That's Davies closest to me in the red cap. But Goodburn looks good. Now, like I said, he's entered in a 61.0. Davies picking up that tempo and that kick coming through. He might squeeze out the win. He does. Look at that for a last 6-7 meters. Nice work. Davies on a 103.80. Goodburn on a 104.0. And McFadden on a 104.7. And he's right beside Ross Young. Nothing between those two. Scottish swimmer and Loughborough swimmer. So it was a very nice last 7 to 8 meters there from those race leaders. Good job, gentlemen. If you can please clear the water. Thank you. All right, so Corby and Cook, these guys have been battling all the time now. It's great to see the two breaststrokers here. So they're coming through now. Corby's entered on a 1-0. He's entered on a 59.99. Cook had a nice short course nationals there in Dublin just before Christmas. He was a 102 entry. But we should see a little bit faster than him. But it's lane number 5 taking this out. It is Cook, 29.68. He's just about 0.02 up on that first heat. But it is Cook and Corby coming through now. Cook in the black cap. Look at the final little head drive there of Cook as he closes out this 100 breaststroke. Just that very last head drive to get him back into the line. No sign of slowing down. What's he going to do? 56 on the clock at the minute. Maybe a 101, 102 for this morning's swim. So Cook's going to win it. Boom. 103.1. He'll take that. Corby second. 104.8. Then we have Cameron Williams from Wales on a 104.92. And those are your top three as we got one more men's 100.
So well worth listening to our commentator Andy Bree, a breaststroke specialist in his day. And so he knows what he's talking about on this one. But it was Cook, 103.11, looking really strong there. And that was faster by 6-7 tenths from Nurin Davis in the previous heat. So Cook entered 102.32, so not too far away from that. So if he can knock a second or so off tonight, it could be in new territory. Now we have a familiar name here, James Wilby, going in lane 4. 5th in the Olympics.
All right, so we got Wilby here entered in a 58.4. This is a stacked final heat. We got Beenan in 3, Wilby in 4, Craig Benson in 5, all kind of 10. Potential 101s to about 102s there as we come through, but no doubt about who's taking this one out. Look at him go, James Wilby in lane number 4. Strong opening. Strong opening, 28.24. Stamping his authority on this final heat. Craig Benson second on a 29. The Glasgow swimmer, 29.64. And then Callum Melville on a 30.65. But it is Wilby, black cap, cruising through. Look at that kick, just driving him forward. 16 meters from the wall. Benson also looking pretty strong. Great history of breaststrokers from the UK. And Ireland, Scotland, all of them. Wilby 60.75. Almost under that magical minute. We have Benson second on a 102.7. And then Melville rounding out the top 3 on a 104.74. So that is your men's 100-meter breaststroke complete. Heat 3, good job. If you can clear the water, thank you. And then we have the event 16 women's coming up next.
Bet your house on him going under the minute this evening. We'll see. But he was 2 seconds clear of double Olympian Craig Benson. And then the young Scot, 16-year-old Callum Melville, I think he'll be pretty happy with a 104.74. That sets him up, I would think, for a place in the A final tonight. He was entered 104.44, so right in the mix on his best time. Women's 100 breaststroke now. And there's the lineup for the first of the 3 heats that we've got this morning. Heats 3, 4 and 5. Imogen Clark is very much the sprint breaststroke specialist. So she'll go in lane 4, British record holder at 50 breaststroke. Saw Ailsa McDonald in the IM earlier, putting in a very solid performance. So she goes in lane 5 in this 100 breaststroke. And our Edinburgh University teammate, Erin Robertson, goes in lane 3.
All right, now it's a woman's turn. Here we go. First up there with a good bit of distance, lane number 4. That's Imogen Clark, the Derventino team. She's coming through 25 first and about a 15.7 by my watch. She's going to be hitting the wall first. So she's entered in a 107.83. That's why she looks so dominant on that first 50. 32.54 on the board. Second 34.08. 34.88, and then in third, 34.88 by McDonald in 5. But the power's coming through now. We're about 26 meters from the wall. No doubt about who's taking this. Lane number 4, it's Clark. 107 on the paper. I think she'll be maybe about a 9 or a 10 if she continues on that tempo. Looking pretty cruisy here. Always good opportunity to blow a few cobwebs in the morning and then get ready and get up and at it tonight. But a 109.53, sure she'll be happy with that. Second place in that blue cap is Alicia McDonald on a 113.3. And then just behind her, Erin Robertson on a 113.95. Those are your top 3 for the opening heat. If we can please clear the water. Thank you, swimmers.
So dominating stuff there from Imogen Clark under the 110, 109.53. Is that nearly 4 seconds faster than the 2 Scots, Ailsa McDonald, Erin Robertson, both training, as I said, at Edinburgh University, although Ailsa representing Scotland this weekend. That's the lineup for the second heat. Katie Robertson is Erin's younger sister. She goes in lane 3 against Cara Hanlon, Anna Morgan. So 3 Edinburgh University swimmers in the centre lanes. We saw that terrific 400 IM from Katie Shanahan right up at the beginning of the session. She goes in lane 2 here. So we'll see what she can do on breaststroke.
Okay, heat 2 in the water. Nice break out there. Lane number 3, Katie Robinson popped up and got away. Nice opening, 25.2, still holding on. Pressure now from 4, that's Hanlon. And then Morgan in 5. McCartney from ours in 6. But it's going to be Cara Hanlon. She turns in a 32.37, just in front of Robertson, 33.04. And then a 33.6 for Anna Morgan. Those are your 3. McCartney still in the mix, 34.9. What's going to happen here? 25 to go. No sign of slowing down. Look at that. Race leader tempo looking really, really strong. Getting those hands out of the way, kicking those hands forward. So it's Hanlon. Probably going to go maybe sub 110. Check her entry time. Yeah, she's going to be well sub 10. Look at that. 108.50. Nice morning swim. Her teammates coming in on 111.3 for Robinson. Morgan 112.1. And then we have Shanahan. She swam earlier too. The Glaswegian on 113.57. Those are your 4. One more.
So it went to script there, and then University 1-2-3, and Cara Hanlon looking pretty impressive there, 108.50. So that's about a second faster than Imogen Clark in the previous heat. So we'll see if the swimmers in this final heat can match that. There's the lineup for the final heat. Molly Renshaw, probably 200 breaststroke specialist, but very competent at the 100 as well. Finalist in the World Short Course Championships. So she will, you would think, be the favourite here in the black costume there, looking towards us in lane 4. So
all right, fastest in on a 106.2. Molly Renshaw representing Loughborough. We have Emer Doyle on a 111. And then we have Niamh Coyne, someone out of Dublin, on a 108. So let's see how this goes down. But it's Coyne taking that out. She's got that power stroke. Let's check in on a few stroke rates. So Coyne on a 52 stroke rate. I like it. Renshaw's still in the mix. And again, Everyone's different. Everyone's got their own style, as you can see. Breaststroke especially. You watch the Olympic final, all 8 swimmers will have different styles. But here we go. Let's see if Renshaw can put a little bit of pressure on. Niamh Coyne taking it out, but Renshaw could close it. Both very experienced swimmers. They know exactly what they're doing here as we approach 35 meters off this second length. But it's Renshaw now. She's closing out. She's entered in 106. They're not going to be 106 this morning, but they could be about as 9, maybe under, maybe 8 or 9. And they are 108.49 for Renshaw. I'd like to see that second 50 split. Niamh Coyne on a 108.7. And then rounding out your top 3, we have Scarlett Major from Wales on a 112. So from 8s all the way up. Good.
So, a cracking race, that one. Niamh Coyne looked like she was going to take it, but just coming through in the last 10 metres, Molly Renshaw, 108.49. That's just 100th faster than we saw from Cara Hanlon in the previous heat. So that is going to be a really tight affair indeed. Niamh Coyne certainly will be comfortably in the A final as well. So look forward to a really good one there. Renshaw, Coyne, Hanlon, Clark will all be there or thereabouts. So we go back to relays now. This is the 4x100 medley relay. Again, we've got 5 teams going in the men's relay, which is up first. This is the first of 2 heats, in fact. So we've got 5 in the first heat, 6 in the second. So just getting the backstroke ledges into place. Ready for the lead-off swimmers to go. So the first heat, Sligo will go in 2, City of Glasgow in 3, Wales in 4, Larne in 5, and Sunday's-Well in 6. Swimmers just coming out to the blocks now. Still to come, after the men's medley, we've got the women's medley, 2 heats of that as well, and then it's distance swims. Got the second of the 3 heats, and it'll be 800 for the men and 1500 for the women. The slower heat will be this afternoon, and the fastest heat will be this evening. So this is like the intermediate group that will go after these medley relays. So the teams now out at the starting blocks, just get themselves ready. Of course, important that they do get those ledges positioned correctly for their starts. So the times here, 3:55 to 4:04, and a couple of teams have not entered times.
And we are all for some relay action. Here we go. Nice break out there from Caden Edwards in 4. He's taking this first 25 to the lead, representing the country of Wales. So we've got Sligo, Glasgow, Wales, Larne, and then Sunday's-Well. What a nice mix for this first event. For this first relay event, second of the morning. Here we go. So it's straight up through. Caden Edwards taking that out, 28.44, 29.4 for Lorcan Gorley representing Larne. And then we have Robert Burgess holding on for Glasgow in 3. No doubt about who's dominating this first one. Here we go. Backstroke to breaststroke. as they're primed and ready to go. Lane number 4 still in charge, 59-29 for the 100 backstroke split. So they've taken a slightly commanding lead. Nothing really between second and third, though. But that is Craig Benson and Berryman as they race for second position. I don't think they're going to catch Davies out front there in 4. It's looking pretty strong. 50 split now. Davies turns 128.72. Benson has definitely closed the gap, 131.06. And then we have Morgan Berryman for Larne on a 132.8. But it's still Benson, or no, not Benson, sorry, it's still Davies out 4 there for Wheels. All the way through, breaststroke to butterfly. Nice transition. Glasgow second. And Larne in third. So we had 2:02.6. Glasgow back in 2:05, and then Larne 2:08. This is nice though. Look at this butterfly out front. Solomon Williams. Had Solomon on the beats there earlier. Here we go. Solomon Williams hits it 2:28.89. Real strong. Who's that coming through? Is that Ferguson for Larne coming through on the butterfly? Backstroke the butterfly. I like it. He touches 2:34. He's actually he's taken off a bunch of time off that opening 50 to close that gap and taking over. He's now second, comfortable. Butterfly into freestyle now as we approach. Safe takeovers. Wales lead the way. So Solomon Williams passes over. He hits the wall on a 2:59.87. Ferguson through. He hits it on a 3:05.85. And then we have the Glasgow passed it over to Max Pelosi. And he hits 3:08.2. Sorry, passing from Max over to Michael Flynn for the Glasgow team. So here we go. 50 meters to go now. Cowan Jones from Wales, 3:25.89. So we have about 330 people watching live on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. One of 9 sessions, ladies and gentlemen. We have 9 total sessions here at the Dave McCullagh International Gala, stacked up with a 3-day racing meet. Great history in memory of the great Swim Ireland coach Dave McCullagh. So they win it 3:55.07, 3:58.0 for Leggett to close out Larne. And then we have Michael Flynn closing it out on a 4:04 for Glasgow with 2 more swimmers. So we got one more relay event coming up as we finish Sunday's well complete, and Sligo as well, coached by Mr. Martin McGann. Finishing lane number 2, Kyle Kelly from Sligo, 4:31.66. That is your 4x1 man.
So confirming that, of the anchor swimmers there, 3:55.07. And look at that. You can see there, that was showing as a junior club record, maybe for the Irish. We'll need to check on that one as to whether all the swimmers were within that time. I think you can see there 3:45.07. I think that's actually the senior time, and 3:56.15 is the junior time. So probably not a record there, but very fine swim, and of course not Irish as well because they were Welsh. So I think that answers that one for us. We still got the second heat to come, of course, and there's another Welsh team is going to be occupying lane 4 here. So Wales giving all of their swimmers an outing, or a good number of their swimmers an outing in the medley relay. Ards will go beside them in lane 5 and Lisbon on the other side in lane 3.
Over to you, race number 8. And the swimmers are away. So, backstrokers up and at it. We have Wales in 4. We have Ards, local team, about 10 minutes from here. They're in 5, represented by Adam Barnes on that opening backstroke leg. So listen up, YouTube viewers, if you want, check your quality on the stream. It might just go to the audio or the auto 480 pixels, but you can play around with it. You can go up to 720 or even 1080 high def if you can. But never mind high def. Let's see who's taking this out. That's lane number 2, Ethan Lawton. The Devento team, but Barnes now making a little bit of a move. He needs to put that head back, but he's still in the mix, so it's Derventino though taking it out. Lawton hits the wall first, just 59.25. The only other swimmer under Max Elkin on a 59.8, and then Barnes on a 1 minute .00. Nicely done, breaststrokers. Here we go. So we have Matthew Hahn in 5, Cameron Williams in 4, and then Joshua Pemberton in 2. But it's already Cameron Williams now. He's already made moves, and he's going to hit the wall first. 129.97. Second, Pemberton, and then the Ard swimmer Hand holding on. 131.83. He's dropped back a little bit, but these other guys have a few more years experience. But it's great to see some relay action. So here we go, Wales all the way through. 15 meters to go. Butterfly time coming up, 200 meters left in this relay. Then we transition over to the women. But it is Wales, lane number 4. Williams hits the wall on a 2:04.27. Pemberton hits on a 2:05.96, and then Matthew Hahn comes through on a 2:08.43. Those are your 3. Strong visiting contingent from all over. It's fantastic to see. It's great to be back in full competition mode. So Wales all the way through, 50 fly to go, 2:30.34. Bunhiji now on a 2:32.71. He's closed the gap a little bit. That's Charlie Eatwell for Ards. He's in 5, breathing every stroke, looking pretty good. 25 to go for him. All right, freestylers up. You can hear the slaps. Slap on the shoulders and the chest to get that blood flow. Not the fastest take over there for the Welshman in 4, Rodriguez. He hits it 3 minutes 44. Eatwell still 3rd. And then Bunhiji held on for that 2nd. But there is no doubt about who's taking this one all the way through. Smith Melbourne. 3:26.54 for the Welshman. Here we go. What's next? Has Dunyan closed the gap? Not yet, but he's got 1/100th, and he's breathing to his left, so he sees the action. He had a nice short course championship swim there in Dublin before Christmas. Nearly broke that magical 50 barrier in the 100 free. So doing real good work with Curtis Coulter there in Ards. Closing it out now. No doubt about the Welsh team take it on a 3:54.58. Second, Ards with Dunyan on a 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes .03, as he just took over George Whittle for the Devento team on the 4:01.61. 2 more swimmers to finish. All right, relay swimmers, nice job. Please clear.
The Welsh team taking that one. Tyler Melbourne Smith bringing them home successfully, 3:54.58, and that is half a second faster than their Welsh team from the first heat. So they'll be 1 and 2 overall. And I think, let's see who's going to be 3rd. Is it Ards or is it Larne? I think. I'm not sure actually. I think it might be Larne, but we'll wait and see. Women's medley relay will be next up. again, we've got 2 heats. There's the lineup for the first of them. Again, the Welsh occupying lane 4. Trojan and Larn either side of them. 6 teams scheduled to go in the first heat, and then 7 in the second. .4:20 is the entry time for the Welsh team.
Okay, just real quick, swimmers and coaches.
11 seconds on paper faster than anybody else.
Running slightly behind, so after we finish this morning's session, we are going to open the pool straight up for the warm-up for the next session. Like I said, we got 9 sessions back to back here, so the warm-up will commence.
So the swimmers just about getting themselves ready for this first heat of 2 in the women's medley relay.
Okay, so here we go, relay action now for the women in the water. Add a few tunes in the background, why not? We got 400 meters. So we have New Ross, Trojan, Wales, Larn, Swim Belfast, and Repton. Had to check the abbreviations there on the scoreboard against my sheet, but taking it out, 31-1 for Danielle Hill, Larn. 32-2 for Lucy Hitchin, Repton. And then I think it was Namone Rogers for Wales in 3rd. But it's Hill now. She's cruise control now. 15 meters to go. She's had a few events this morning. It's nice to see. Some swimmers racing through this. Some swimmers on a regeneration week. Some swimmers tapering and going for qualifying times. But 105.61 for Hill. 105.9 for Hitchin, and then Pritchard in the mix on a 108. Nothing really between her and Rogers. So we've got Dublin and Wales over there just getting it done. But it's breaststroke time now, 15 meters to go. It's lane number 7, Hannah Bowley from Repton, looking really good. Scarlett Major also in control on her opening 50. Nice turns there. 3rd is Ellie Campbell from Trojan, just in front. But let's see if Major can bring it home now. Both of their stroke tempos are very similar. They might ramp them up a little bit coming into the last 20 meters. But it's still Bowley. She's still holding on there. She has led. Majors definitely close the gap as they transfer over to the Butterflyers. Good energy coming from their teammates. Here we go. Wheels just out touch. So Hannah Bowley held on the whole way through. 220.56. Scarlett Major 220.58. I love a close race. And then in 3rd, 226.06. All right, Wales now creeping up on that one. 5 meters to go. Let's check the underwaters. I'm fascinated by the underwater game. So fast once you use those walls through your speed. Ooh, up at about 7 or 8 meters. Nice work. So Trojan still in 3rd. Caitlin McCullagh there for Larn. 3:02.6. But it's the Welsh team. And that red cap standing out now, 6 meters to go. That's Dickinson. She's going to hit it first. 3:23.91. So second, Dema Asa. And then let's see who's rolling in third on this part of the relay. Still Trojan and then Lauren. 3:35 to 3:37. But the freestylers in the water. And they are moving fast. The dynamic might change, but what are we working with? 3 seconds? 2 and a bit. Don't know if it's going to be enough to catch the Welsh swimmer out front. That's Poppy. No, it's not Poppy. That's Libby Broder for Wales. With the Repton swimmer Alicia Massey finishing off her last 20 meters or so. But no doubt about who's taking this one. Wales have led pretty much from the start. And they're going to come home in a 4:23.44. 4:23.44 with Repton second on a 4:27.15. And then in third, Lauren powering through with Ellie Donegan. Had that 2 fly earlier into a 4:37.21. Nice job, Ellie. Trojan in fourth. And then the final 2 freestyle swimmers closing out this first heat of the relay. The second heat is ready to rock. Nice job, relay swimmers.
So confirmation of that first heat in the women's medley relay. Wales had to fight for it in the first half of the race, but then dominating the second half to take it in 4:23.44 from Repton and Larne. So 4:27 Repton's time, 4:37 for Larne. So it's the target times for the second heat. There's the lineup for the second heat. Ards have the centre lane this time with City of Glasgow on one side of them and Lisburn on the other. Looking at the Ards entry time, 4:19, so that's 4 seconds faster on paper than what we just saw. Reminder that we've got the 800 free and the 1500 free to follow this, men and women respectively. So one's for the connoisseurs, but we've still got the little business of Heat 2, the women's medley relay, to decide who will pick up the medals.
Okay, Kilkenny, Turnier, Lisburn, Ards, a Glasgow Dolphin, and Sunday's Well. I don't think we have someone in 6. Yep, that's been taken out of the scoreboard. That's Dolphin, a no-show on that one. But anyway, plenty of swimmers in it. And is that lane 1 taking this one out? I think it is. That's Maria Godden. Nice opening 30.37. Shanahan from Glasgow on a 31.4. Nothing really between her. Grace Davison now, the breaststroker, doing a little bit of backstroke for Ards. She's third. But it is Godden. Once again, that head position. Fantastic. Look at that. The goggle line right on the water surface. Posture perfect. Godden hits it. 1:03.13. She passes over now to the breaststrokes. Second, 1:04.6 for Shanahan. Then third, 1:07.4 for Davison. So it's Niamh Ahern now in for the breaststroke, but already it's lane number 5. That's Ciara Davison. She's powering through. We have Ellie McCartney in 4, strong breaststroker 2. Let's see if she can come back in, out in 4 and 5. Kilkenny still leading this, 140.27 to 140.4. So it's a huge opening 50 there for the Scottish swimmer, Ciara Davison, to close that gap. It's going to get heated up now as we get into the last 200 meters of this relay. Yeah, nice race here. Look at McCartney come through on the last 5 to 10 meters there. There's your 5 meters at the flags. McCartney really moved through there. Another swimmer coached by Kevin Anderson, our new Canadian coach that's taken over here in Bangor at the Performance Centre, building up a strong team. So 2 center lanes all in the mix. Anything can happen though if a good old race is being thrown down with these ones. McKibben now, and that's McCarty. McKibben and McCarty in those center lanes. So, still odds. Ellie McKibben also training here at the High Performance Centre at the Aurora Aquatic Centre here in Bangor. She passes over now, McKibben. So she's 3:23. Took a good chunk out of the Glasgow swimmer there. 3:23 to 3:26. And then we have Simshi through on a 3:32. With Andrea Cox representing Lisburn hitting the wall on a 3:34.9. So we got Catterson in the water now. And it's Catterson out front. Don't think she's going to be caught. Nice high elbow recovery there from Saskia Wade. I like that stroke. Looks good. So Catterson coming through now. She's about 20 meters out. Now it's going to be Catterson closing out this relay. The yard swimmer hits it 4:23.29. Saskia Wade second, 4:27.22. And then we have Beth Nolan. She closed out that last 100 very nicely. Sunday's well, 4:34.0. So there's your top 3. We're moving into some distance next. And like I said earlier, please be reminded, coaches, that after the distance events, because of a slight technical delay, we are going to be opening the warm-up straight away. So that's everyone. Please clear the pool swimmers. Thank you.
So good race there, and it was ours 4:23.29 taking the win, and that was just faster than the Welsh in the first heat. They were 4:23.44, so looks like it's gold for ours. Wales will take the silver, and then looking at the bronze, I think it's going to be Repton, who are 4:27.15. Will just edge out the City of Glasgow. They're 4:27.22. So I think they will be the overall top 3. Ours, Wales and Repton. So as I mentioned earlier, we go to the distance events now. And it's the second of the 3 heats going here for the men in the 800 freestyle. You'll have seen in that medley relay there was a disqualification. That was lane 2. So looking at these men going in the second heat, they're pretty tight entry times, 8:53 up to 9:12. And we've got 3 swimmers on 8:53s. Ben McLaughlin of Geary, Daniel Edgar of Lisburn, and Robin Pfeiffer. So they'll be in the centre lanes, and we'll see how they get on. Because the distance swimmers have had not too many opportunities post-COVID to swim the longer events. But they've got every chance now.
So swimmers, if you can just check
with some long course opportunities.
Number counter placeholders where you want your numbers.
So they're just getting themselves sorted with the lap counters on the far end and getting them where the swimmers want them. And when everything is set, we'll get this underway. So you can see there in lane 4, Ben McCullagh, just keeping his hoodie on for as long as he can, just keep his body nice and warm. Everybody else is stripped off and ready to go. I decided now I better do the same. So as he comes onto the blocks, it looks like we are ready to go.
All right, here we go. I think we just have one swimmer not turning up here. That's Finn O'Neill in 7, luckily in 7, not today though. Off the rest of the field, go. Now, let's check out some qualifying times. As I look down on my page, we have McLaughlin entered on a 8:53, Pfeiffer on an 8:53, Edgar on a 8:53. Then we move out to Johnson on an 8:55, and then Fahy on an 8:55. But opening first 50 of this 800, Dennis O'Brien. He's taking it out, the Limerick swimmer. Looking very controlled in lane number 1 with that nice low stroke count. Let's check in on that. Yes, 31 stroke rate there for lane number 1. I like that. It's low and controlled. It almost looks like a catch-up stroke from here. But he's keeping all that kind of energy out front. Ian Thorpe was one of the first to bring in that style of front quadrant swimming. So looking really good. He'll have to pick that stroke rate up a little bit, but if he can conserve that energy for the first 400 to 500 meters and then bring it home. So it's Merriman, the Welshman, on a 135.0, 135.6 for Hahi. And then O'Brien still in the mix in 3rd position. But nothing really between these swimmers now as we approach 200 meters. And race leader is going to be now Merriman in 0, the Welshman 2:08.06, Fahy 2:09.5, O'Brien 2:09.9, and then McLaughlin 2:10.3. So 3 closest swimmers to me here, lane 0, 1, and 2. All looking pretty cruise. 3:15.15, it's taking it out 2 seconds back. The Trojan swimmer on a 3:17. And then O'Brien's right with him on a 3:17 as well. Limerick and Trojan, these two guys have had some good battles over the years. Long may it continue. All right, here we go. 200 meters. Sorry, 400 meters. What am I talking about? 400 meters into this. So we're just over 4:22, 4:22.34. Still in control. Nice, check that stroke rate. Yeah, 34 stroke rate. So really controlled. These guys should be picking it up to the high 30s as we get closer and closer to the finish. 450 approaching the wall now. Okay, nice little 5-second gap between first and third. Nothing between those top 3 really when you break down the overall distance. Who else we got in the mix over there in lane number 4? I think that's McCullagh in the yellow cap. It is. Lane number 5 is Edgar. He's dropped a little bit back. We also have Agnes Johnson in 6. Representing Glasgow. He's moved up a little bit now. Let's see if he can close it out. You can see that white G on the cap. But no doubt about who's taking this one out with 5 lengths to go. So they've logged in their 400. They're 550 now as we approach 250 to go. 250 meters to go in this 800. So 600 in, 2 to go. Cam the Welshman in lane 0, not the easiest lane to swim from. The famous Kieran Perkins had a great swim. I think it was Atlanta 96 from an outside lane. Just made the final and then won the gold. So it can be done from the outside lanes. Sometimes it works to the swimmer's advantages, but he's still about a 4-second gap ahead. We have a 7:10, a 7:12, and a 7:14. As we bring it home, here we go. Final wall at this end, final wall. There's the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, turning in a 7:44.23. Wales out front, 7:46.67 for O'Brien, and then Ronan Fahy still there, the Trojan man, on a 7:48. McLaughlin coming through. It's getting noisy with all those bells. 7:54, Johnson 7:58, Viper 8:02. So I believe we're having some issues with the actual timing clock on the live stream, but if you bear with us, it's just another small glitch. We'll have that ready for later on. So if I can update you as best I can with the times as we close out this 800 meters, 25 meters to go. And the white water off the kick is increasing, but no doubt about who is taking this 800 meter freestyle for the men. It's Ben Merriman, great name. And he's closing out now, 6-7 meters. Kept that stroke rate nice and controlled the whole way through, and he hits the wall in a 8:49.04. Second is Dennis O'Brien on an 8:51. And then third, Ronan Fahy on an 8:54.2 with McLaughlin, the only swimmer just over that 9-minute mark. And that's your 800 freestyle for the men, finishing up now with about 2 or 3 swimmers to go. One swimmer recovering a cap in 3, and the rest of them finishing off. Remember, we had no one in 7, so that is our second last race for the session this morning. Well done, gentlemen. If you can please clear the pool, thank you.
Old Welshman, and then it was all action really on the gallery side with Dennis O'Brien and Ronan Fahy taking second and third, so some really good swims there from those 3. As I said, we'll have the first heat this afternoon and the fastest heat this evening, and it's the same for the women's 1500 freestyle. This is the second of the 3 heats. That's your lineup. So fastest edge time for this heat, Rihanna Taylor of Larne.
Okay, so event 15 to finish now, women's 14 over 1500 meters freestyle. I think everyone is here at 24.
Then we've got Rachel Fishman in lane 5, Fallon Becker in lane 3. So they are the top 3 on paper, but as we saw in the men's 800, quite often it doesn't work like that. Rachel Fishman with an entry time of 19:54.
Okay, over to you, race referee. Okay, swimmers, we're going to actually take a minute here. If you can just stand down and relax for just a second. We'll just sort this communication. So we'll be back with you just in a second. So just keep relaxed, stay off your feet if you want. Okay, over to you, race referee. Here we go. So any relay swimmers out there, the medals will be presented after this race, and then like I said, the warm-up pool will be open directly after this for you swimmers in the next session. So relay medals will be presented after this women's 1500 free. Thank you for your patience on that slight delay. The race is well underway now, and 31.65 taking it out. That's Asgard swimmer Hazel Bentley. Second there, 31.71 for Catherine Bodie. And then we have Amy Dawson from Lisburn rounding out your top three on that opening 50. So we'll check back in with you as this 1500 continues. Okay, 106 is across, 106.81, Bentley, 107s, Bodie, 107.2, and then Dawson, 107.1, 109 for Poppy Mateus from Swim Belfast. Okay, so 200 meters in, 220s around that area here, Dawson. Still Dawson, Bentley, and Bodie. Lane 6 coming through a little bit there, that's Poppy Mead. So could we get Mr. Nicky Burke? Could you come down to the officials desk, please? That's a request for Nicky Burke. Thank you. All right, 300 in, the 335.7 now. Bentley still holding on. Dawson second, 336.3. And then Catherine Bodie, 337.2. Just ahead of me, though. She's moved up. So 400 in, 451s. It's getting close. Poppy Mead's moved up a little bit, close that gap by 0.2. Nice to see the four of them racing out there now for this 1500. A few little gaps in the field, but all good. All right, let's see if we're mixing it up here now as we come up to the 500 meter mark. 1/3 of the way through the 1500 meters for the women. What an event. 30 lengths to the big pool. Here we go. It's getting closer and closer as we crawl through these meters. 6:07.01. Bentley now takes the lead. Poppy Mead in second, 6:07.42. 0.1 behind her, Amy Dawson from Lisburn, 6:07.5. And then I think Catherine Bodie there. I just missed it on the scoreboard, but I think it's Bodie in fourth. We got 19 lengths to go after this one. All swimmers looking pretty controlled. Let's see if they can improve on their bests. Great opportunity for the women to be able to compete in this 1500. It's always good to mix it all up. The new kind of a fresh event.
Are we just going
all right, here we go.
That's
18 links to go now, 18 links to go. We're topping in on 7:22. Poppy Mead has made her move, and now she is leading this 1500 in that black cap in lane number 6. Nice job, Poppy. 2 poppies in this race. Poppy Mateus too from Swim Belfast. Swim Belfast. An amalgamation, a collaboration.
I think I know them, but
The Old Templemore and City of Belfast. So they've joined forces. Big numbers up there, big numbers, and hopefully building big talent for the future. But here we go, 7:59.48 for Mead, 8 minutes for Bentley, 8:01 and 80, yeah, pretty much 8:01's Dawson. But it's their Ventio swimmer making strong moves now. So coming up to this next wall, they'll 15 lengths, 15 to go. Halfway mark, 7:50. All right, 800 meters now coming up. Derventio swimmer still first to the feet. Lane number 6, she turns at a 9:51.58. Good to be under that 10-minute barrier here now as we approach. And 14 lengths left, 14 lengths. But looking across the field there, could be anyone's race. A little bit of pressure coming from Catherine Bodie now. She's moved up slightly in that blue cap in lane number 7. Nicely done. She might bring along Poppy Mateus from Swim Belfast in the white cap out there in lane number 8. So nice little battle going over there in that corner. And then we have lane 4 and 2. There's nothing between these swimmers. Look at that. 10:28s leading, but then a whole stack of 10:33s. 10:33 and 10:34. So over that 1500 total race, let's see what we can do. Is anyone going to catch Mead, or is there going to be an absolute epic battle on between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and maybe 5th? Okay, 10 lengths now to go after this wall, 10 to go. Coming up to that 1,000-meter mark. So we're coming in at around 12:20, maybe just under. No, just right on, 12:20.21. And look at this. I'm liking this. I'm liking the rest of this stacked up here. We have over lane 7, 8, nothing between them. We got 12, can't even speak. 1228, 1227s. That's nice. I like this. Let's see what happens. Again, they might be able to spot one or two people as they breathe. They probably don't know that there's 4 of them stacked up back to back with a second between them over 1,500 meters. Okay, well then we have lane 5, a little bit back, Nuala Goy. She turned in at 12:46. And then Saudrodai from New Ross on a 12:52 over in lane number 9. So we'll flow quickly into the next session, which involves a warm-up. The warm-up will start straight after this event. We have a medal ceremony going on, and then we have the next session coming up, which will be the slower heats from the same events. And then they'll all be back for tonight's finals. And that's your day 1, Dave McCullagh International Gala. Here we go, lane number 6, 13:34.45, Poppy Mead. She's 8 lengths to go, 400 meters. Next wave of swimmers coming through, all stacked up, 13:44s. So Poppy Mead out there with a 37 stroke rate, looking pretty comfortable. She's been looking comfortable for the last 500 meters. So let's see if she brings in a little bit of kick here. See what kind of energy levels she has for the last chunk of this 1500 distance race. She'll be closing in on 6 lengths to go now. So 14:56 for the Swim Belfast swimmer. She's moved up nicely, being helped along, taking that nice strong lead over the last kind of 5 or 6 lengths. So Poppy and Poppy leading this 1500. So she turns at that far end on a 15:25. Let's just gauge where everyone else is at. 15:31. So sorry, 15:33. She's lapping her, so it's 15:33.72 there for Poppy Matez. Third is a 15:38.4 for Bodie. 15:41 for Bentley. She's in 5th with Dawson in 4th. But I can only imagine the pain now as we close out. 4 lengths to go, 200 meters now for these distance swimmers. Last event of the morning.
Faded gravity. Melting away.
All right, so Swim Belfast second. Bodie holding on to third, 16:16 on a 16:18 Dawson, and then Bentley on a 16:20.
And weightless.
3 lengths to go now as they hit this final wall. Lane number 6. She moved up steadily in the first 4 to 500 and then commanded that lead and took off. So about a 7-second gap back.
Faded into darkness.
All right, there's Poppy's final bell. definitely heard that one. Here we go. 17:16.89 to the feet. Poppy Mathias, 17:25.80. Who's up in third? Let's have a look. 17:33.3. And then 17:34.45 for Amy Dawson. Oh, what a range. Here we go. Last little bit now. I'm sure they're dying to hear that bell. 100 meters to go. All these swimmers will be looking forward to getting back and resting, putting the feet up, eating good, resting good, and then refocusing for tonight's finals. So, final few swimmers getting their final alerts as Poppy Mead from the Derventino swim team finishing off now and closing out this 1500 meter swim. She's about will she get in under 8:30? That's the 18:30. That's the question. Will she go under 18:30? These last final 5 meters. She's picking it up. She's sprinting to the wall. There we go. And she does. Nice work, Poppy Mead. She goes 18:29.33. 18:29.33. She wins the 1500 event. Poppy Mathias from Swim Belfast, second on a 18:39.27, 10 seconds back. Amy Dawson held on for third, the Lisburn swimmer, on a 18:46.45. And then we have an 18:47.35 for Catherine Bodie to finish off your top 4 as the rest of the swimmers now just complete this 1500 meters. So when they're all done, swimmers, we'll clear the pool, and like I said, we are going to unleash the next warm-up. There's going to be a medal presentation going on. Can I just let all the coaches know that we have the start sheets ready to go? They're all down here on the announcer's desk. So there was a few technical things before, but that's everyone done. Well done, swimmers. Not an easy event. Nice work. If you can clear the pool now and enjoy your swim down.
So the summary of that final race of the morning session, Poppy Mead, a nice improvement on her entry time for her, comes in 18:29.33 from an entry time of 18:37. And Poppy Mathias, so it's a good day for the Poppies. She takes second, Swim Belfast swimmer, and Amy Dawson just getting ahead of Catherine Bodie to take third. 18:46.45 for her. So we're going to go to medal ceremonies now for the relays.
Swim wheels and swim wheels. 2 commemorative places to start. And the gold goes to the Lawrence swim team. Silver goes to the Ard swim team. And then the bronze to the Kilkenny swim team. So those are your top 3. The locals are the gold, silver, bronze, Lauren, Ards, and Kilkenny, with the winners, swim wheels in first and second, but getting the commemorative awards for that event. And transitioning over to the women's, the gold will be awarded to the Ards swim team. Then we have 2 commemorative places for swim wheels and Repton. The silver medal will be awarded to Sundays Well, and the bronze medal to
You stay with him at the moment.
So one more time for the medley relay. That's gold for Ards, silver for Sundays Well, and bronze for Kilkenny, with 2 commemorative places there for swim wheels and Repton. And those are your medal ceremonies that will take place now. But please advise your swimmers, coaches, parents. Warm-up is now underway. The Aurora staff are back on deck and ready to go. So if we can get that underway and decrease that slight delay we had this morning, we'll continue on into the next session. Thank you very much.
Just more results coming in through the timing system there. So the 800
freestyle relay. The gold is Sunday's Well, silver Larne, and bronze Ards, with a commemorative medal to the Derventio team. So that's Sunday's Well, Derventio, Larne, and Ards. If you could, that's the 800 freestyle relay from earlier. And then in the men's version of that, event number 2, the gold is awarded to Ards swim team, silver to Coolmine, and bronze to Larne. So we have a wave of swimmers going for medals, and we have a wave of swimmers getting after the warm-up. Please enjoy both. And the session will start at 1:15. The next session will start at 1:15. Thank you.
A little bit behind that, and it looks like the session will start at 1:15. So we'll be looking forward to some more exciting swimming in that as we just get ready for our medal ceremony. Andy will take us through that. These swimmers just getting themselves organized. It's all go here at Bangor. It looks like we're going to start off with the medley relay, and he took you through who the medal's going to go to, and once we get to the presentation he'll do it all over again. And then it'll be the men's 4x200 medley relay presentations to follow. With these presentations, if you're not an Irish team, you pick up a commemorative medal, and the real medals, as it were, go to the top 3 Irish teams. So Wales will certainly be picking up a whole set of commemorative medals for their efforts. Particularly in the women's medley relay, they were very strong. Certainly from those heats this morning, we're lined up for what are going to be some excellent finals this evening. Reminder that, subject to confirmation, we were scheduled to start our evening session at 5:30. Hopefully.
So here we have some medal ceremonies. Let's go to the women's 4x100 meter freestyle first. So gold goes to the Ards swim team. 4x100 medley, Ards swim team. Gold. No? All right, Ards swim team. Oh, here we go. We've got 2 swimmers up. So we got all the swimmers up there on the medal ceremony. So we have silver Sunday's Well, and then bronze Kilkenny. Those are your 3 locals. 4x100 medley relay. So gold Ards, silver Sunday's Well, and bronze Kilkenny. We can get those 3 teams up on that medal podium. Thank you. Okay, so we just had Arts there representing. So we have 2 commemorative awards from Wales and Repton. And Swim Wales and Repton for the women's 4x100 medley relay. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, swimmers, coaches, officials. The next session is starting at 1:15 p.m. That's 1:15 p.m. Thank you. So the men's 4x100 medley was go next. Okay, here we go. So we have the commemorative medals for Swim Wales, first and second. For the men's 4x100 relay. Good job, fellas. Commemorative positions for first and second. And then we have the gold for the men. Lawrence swim team, silver Arts, and then bronze Kilkenny. Those are your top 3. Swim Wales commemorative medals, 1 and 2. And then we have Lauren, gold, Arts, silver, and Kilkenny, third. Okay, gentlemen, can we get the 4x100 medley relay over here, please? So, gold, let's do the commemorative medals first. The swim wheels are both here for the men's 4x100 medley. No wheels. Okay, so the gold goes to Lauren. Guys, you good? Thank you. So we got the gold awarded to the Lauren swim team 4x100 medley relay. And silver we have Ards, led by Benji Cummings. Thank you. And then in bronze we have Kilkenny Man. Those are your top three 4x100 medley relay. All right, thank you, gents. All right, thank you, gentlemen. So the next medal ceremony, do we have the women's 800-meter freestyle relay? We have Sunday's Well gold, Cervantes commemorative medal, Lauren silver, and Ards bronze. That's the 800 freestyle relay. Okay, so final presentation, women's 400 medley relay. We have gold Ards, silver Sunday's Well, and bronze Kilkenny. There we go, we finally got there. So, Ards take the gold. Davison, McCartney, McKibben, Patterson. Sunday's Well, silver medal. And then Kilkenny with the bronze. Good job, sirs. they get that final snap. We have 2 commemorative medals in that final 2. So swim wheels and Repton, if we have any representatives there. Swim wheels and Repton for that event, the 4x100 medley relay. Okay. Okay, so next medal presentation, the men's 800 freestyle relay. Gold Ards, silver Coolmine, and bronze Larne. Okay, so we got a stack of commemorative medals to go. If we could get swim wheels. Anyone from the 4x100 men's medley relay? We have 2 commemorative medals for the 2 Welsh teams that finished first and second. So we're looking for Caden Edwards, Cameron Williams, all those guys. Thank you. There we go, fellas. And then can we have the Deventio girls for the 4x200 relay, the 800 freestyle relay there, the commemorative medal for the Deventio girls. Thank you.
So that was a bit of a long haul, but I think we got there in the end. Big thanks to Andy Bree, my commentator here, who's organised us through those presentations. A reminder that we'll be back at 1:15, so 15 minutes behind the original scheduled time, but we'll be swimming at 1:15, so you've got just under 3/4 of an hour to get some lunch. We look forward to seeing you back then, but for now, from the Aurora Aquatic Centre here in Bangor, we'll wish you a good afternoon.